I'm Dr. Leif Smith, and today I want to talk about 3 things that you can do on your own to beat anxiety without the help of a therapist. The first thing you can do, and this is a very important recommendation, so I don't want you to downplay it at all because you've probably heard this before. But the first thing that you can do, and you should do, to beat anxiety is you need to set up an exercise program for yourself. Why does it work? I know you don't like to exercise, you want to lay around in bed, you're tense, you're nervous all the time. Exercising could be the last thing you're thinking about. What I'm here to tell you is you need to burn off some of that anxiety. When you exercise, I don't care what you do. Go play dodgeball. Go play volleyball. Go run. Go for a speed walk. Go chase rabbits or chickens. I don't care. Do something fun for yourself. Go play frisbee golf. Find something you like to do and make it a game and play. You could go play tag with your kids. Go play tag with your friends. But what happens when you exercise is you start to change some important metrics that are going to influence your anxiety. For instance, heart rate. When you exercise more and you get cardiovascular health, your heart rate is going to slow down naturally. Your heart will not need to work as hard. Well, when you have anxiety, you are very sensitive to bodily symptoms. You know what I'm talking about. When your heart has slowed down and when your heart is not beating fast all the time from just stress, right? That is different. That's a different physiological state, and that will not influence your anxiety in a bad way. So things like heart rate, blood pressure, and weight, they all start going down. They start stabilizing. And when this happens, they don't influence our anxiety by kicking it in, by triggering it like it was before. It feels better overall. So I want you to create an exercise system of any sort, but stick to it and start exercising at least 3 times a week, and you're going to instantly start feeling better with your anxiety. I just gave you something physical you can do to beat anxiety. Now I'm going to give you something mental. So my second tip on how to beat anxiety is I want you to start thinking like a scientist. Now, what does that mean? Well, thinking like a scientist means when something starts stressing you out, when something starts making you anxious, I want you to stop and ask yourself this question. Where is the proof that I need to be anxious about this? Where is the proof that my life is falling apart? Where is the proof that this is going to be something I cannot tolerate? Where is the proof that this is catastrophic? Where is the proof that this thing that I'm worrying about is actually going to happen? I want you to ask that question a lot, especially with the stuff you're worrying about. Because what happens is if you start asking that question in your head over and over, it becomes a habit. Well, what you're going to find is there really is no proof. And I'm talking about real proof, like proof that would hold up in court, right? Not just because, oh, I think it's going to happen, so it will happen. That's proof. That's not proof. That's you being anxious, okay? What I want you to look for is, where is the proof that things are going to fall apart if this happens? Where is the proof that you're going to fail the class because you got a D on a test? All it means is you have more work to do to get back up to a B or an A. It doesn't mean you're going to fail the entire class unless it's the last test and there's no more. And where's the proof that that needs to be catastrophic? People retake classes all the time. My first homework in college, in fact, and this is something I'm very proud of now that I'm done, I remember my first homework, and it was a language and formal reasoning class. It was a linguistics class, which is very interesting, but very difficult. I got a 9 out of 100 points on my first homework in that class, and I dug myself a hole. Here I am today standing before you as Dr. Leif Smith. So I got myself out of the hole. So when you are in that situation, failing a test, failing a relationship, something going wrong, a lot of stuff happening all at once in your life. I want you to calm yourself down by saying, where's the proof here that I need to worry about this, that this is going to ruin my life? What you're going to find is the answer is a rational one. There is no proof. And if there is no proof, we can move forward and see what's going to happen. The third thing that you can do to beat anxiety without the help of a therapist is to start keeping a journal. A lot of people think it's silly when I recommend that they keep a journal. But what is journaling? Journaling is writing things down, right? That's real simple. Why is that such a powerful act? Well, when you are writing things down on a piece of paper, in a notebook, what you are doing is you have to clarify your thinking. You have to take what's up here and you have to form coherent sentences and paragraphs and write it down on paper. So there's actually a process occurring where you are clarifying what you're thinking about. You're getting more clarity in your thinking. You are working through issues via writing them down. It's a very powerful way to reduce anxiety. You can write about what's going well with your day. You can write about what happened and how you dealt with it. You can write down historical facts. I've been keeping a journal since I was 12 years old, and I can go back and look at historical events in life and look at how I was reacting in that time of my life because I journaled. Now, I only journal now when I get a little bit too stressed out. So it's not that often on an annual basis, but I still journal. I journal big events. I journal around big things happening in my life, sad moments, happy moments, you name it. I will journal. It's just not on a daily basis anymore. But if you are feeling highly anxious, I suggest you start this habit of journaling. Don't journal about what's making you anxious, maybe. Journal about the solutions, about what's going well with your life and how you want to cope with them. Because you do have the skills and you do have the energy if you're not wasting it worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. I hope these 3 tips were helpful. I'm Dr. Leif Smith, and that was 3 ways to beat anxiety without having to hire or pay for a therapist. I'll see you in the next video.